so much, Steph. With September inching closer, school boards are trying to hammer out last-minute reopening details, leaving many parents in limbo.
I think it's very irresponsible. We're 2 weeks before school starts. These should have thought through like 5 months ago. I don't feel safe sending them back because I don't know what the plan is.
Fingers being pointed at the Ontario government for what parents call a lack of planning and funding to hire new teachers and acquire extra space for smaller class sizes. Ford says the money is there if it's needed.
We're really relying on the school boards to make that decision, but the money's there. And by all means, hire as many teachers within the parameter of the reserves that you have on top of the $30 million that we're putting in there.
The Toronto District School Board has proposed 3 new options for their return to school, and today trustees will vote on which one to move forward with. Meantime, Toronto Catholic sending out a new survey for parents today to get a sense of how many students will be returning or kept home, saying there were issues with the previous survey. And in York Region, the board has confirmed they will stagger their start to the school year, phasing in new students each day. And the federal government expected to announce funding into 2 new safe supply programs to help curb the ongoing opioid crisis. And this comes after 130 suspected overdoses in Toronto so far this year. Now, Mayor John Tory is hopeful but wants the cooperation of all levels of government.
There's much more needed to be done, much more. And it is up to the other governments to do that in partnership with us. And I expect, given some of the resources they say they've allocated to this cause, that we will see more tangible results, more programs and more initiatives, not only in Toronto but around the country to address this terrible plague that has affected tragically so many families and people.
The 2 new programs will offer pharmaceutical-grade opioids to clients. This is in an effort to help curb the illegal drug supply that may be contaminated with other substances. It's not clear how much funding the federal government will provide. Toronto Public Health reporting 27 overdoses in July alone. So will it take more than just money to curb this overdose crisis? It's one of the topics we're going to be covering with Mayor John Tory. He's going to be joining me live coming up at 7:30. Let's get to Ottawa now. Finance Committee members are finally getting a look at documents relating to the government's deal with We Charity, but opposition critics aren't too pleased with what they see.
Blacked out. This page. Blacked out. This page. Blacked out. This page. Blacked out. Why don't we ask what's in those pages at a parliamentary committee?
Okay, so in the pages that aren't blacked out, Poilievre says there is evidence against Trudeau's claim that the public service recommended We for the student service grant without cabinet pressure. Canada's parliament is on hold for the next month, a move which Tory critics say is a Liberal tactic to stifle discussion regarding the We scandal. Parliament's return on September 23rd will include a confidence vote in the minority government. Well, reaction is quick to come in, wondering why that body cam footage of a sheriff's deputy shoving the Raptors president took so long to come out.
Very rarely is it an open and shut case, but this appears to be a very open and shut case. It's pretty sad this was brought on anyways, and it took this long to get this video out to the public.
Video clearly showing the deputy shoving Masai Ujiri a number of times as he tried to get onto the court to celebrate his team's championship win. Ujiri has now filed a countersuit against the officer who is suing the Raptors boss for $75,000. The club is and always has been fully behind Ujiri. Speaking of the Raptors, we're going to have some full highlights of Game 2 with Brooklyn, and that's coming up in a few minutes. Let's get to U.S. politics now. The historic moment at the Democratic National Convention last night.
I accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States of America.
All are welcome. California Senator Kamala Harris becoming the first black woman to be a major party's vice presidential nominee. We're going to have more from her speech and Barack Obama's speech, plus U.S. President Donald Trump's reaction, and a look ahead to Joe Biden's acceptance speech tonight. That roundup, it's coming up in about 20 minutes time here on BT at 6:30. And then at 7:30, as mentioned here, Mayor John Tory will be joining us live. And on BT Canada, let's go girls. The City News reporter She wanted me to sing that. I know she wrote that for me to sing it, but I'm not going to sing it like Shania. We're going to leave that to her. Lindsay Dunn with her interview with the Canadian superstar.